Well, hello there, and what is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the Cozy Club for yet another Disney Sorcerer's Arena video. If you like the Princess faction, you're gonna love today's video, as we're gonna break down lightly all of the princesses and show you the best teams with Tiana in there and the best princess teams overall, now that we've had some time and they've come out and got a good amount of testing in there. Now, in addition to that, we're also going to be showing the best plug-and-play teams, because we showed you yesterday, Tiana, one of the best new supports in the game, whether with the Princess faction to elevate them up to the meta, or just in general, she's absolutely electrifying. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. But before that, Cozy Club, we've got ourselves the question of the day, and we've got to ask, I want to hear from you guys, who is the best Disney princess and why? You feel free to use your own criteria on whatever that means. For myself, kind of a toss-up. I like a lot of them. I would say most likely Mulan and Moana. I really like just like the BA factor they both have, and personally they've always been some of my favorite, with Belle being a very close third. But let me hear from you guys down in the comments below, and let's begin. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I'm really excited for today's video, as we're going to be showing you guys more on Tiana and some special things that I've kind of found out with her. And all together, we're going to lightly talk about all of the princess and how their faction works as a whole and how their team synergizes. But on top of that, we're going to show you some of the best plug-and-play Tiana teams that I've found. And for the rest of those, you can go ahead and join me on stream. I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Down in the description below, feel free to join the Twitch community or our Discord, our Patreon communities, if you want to support what we do here at the Cozy Club. So let's go ahead, and before we jump into the teams, I want to talk about Tiana one more time. Now, to fill in on everything Tiana, go to yesterday's video, but the one thing that we did not talk about with her is her capability to make every faction better. Every single one, she can go ahead, and as long as there's a corresponding princess that has an amazing value there, she's going to amplify whatever team that is to the next level. And that is all to do with her Namari effect of kind of executing a character right before they're dead. And I'm saying princesses, I'm saying like execution. I'm going to have like a 5-year-old come on here and see Disney princesses, and we're talking about killing other Disney characters. It's terrible, I know, but let's get right to it. So when we go into these plug-and-play teams, you guys are going to see, to call to assist to get the job done, Tiana can go ahead and call people like Moana or Mulan, and you've got the Oceanics or the Adventurers or the Kingdom faction, and I'll show you later in the video how that works so dang well and why I like what Tiana does to fill the team in the role that she needs to. Let's go ahead and jump to the team side of things. We'll build the teams, I'll talk about them, and then I'll walk you guys through some battles so you can see why the teams work so well. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments below, and I'll definitely get to them. Let's go to the team screen. All right, so here are our lovely ladies. We're going to start out with a full princess team. We'll do a full battle and then stick around, because after that is when I'm going to explain the plug-and-play potential and why Tiana is easily, in my book, an S-tier character, right up there next to like Gumbo Pot, because it deserves to be up there as well. Now, with the full princess team, these are the individuals that I've decided are probably going to be your best princess team that you can make. But there's a lot of variations, and the princesses are going to work a little differently than other factions. To remind you guys why, go ahead and we'll take a look here at Rapunzel's leadership ability. Now, you guys, you can't read it all because I'm kind of covering a little bit, but princess teammates are going to gain 10% offense right out the gate. They all have a 10% kind of stone on them to give them a little bit of extra firepower. But in addition to that, 3% speed per princess ally, which all of this works different because the Miguels, the Shan Yus, the heroes give a base speed percentage, whereas Rapunzel, it depends on how many princesses are on the field, and you're honestly one of the fastest factions within the game out the gate if you have a full princess lineup, which is why Tiana over Beast is just such a powerhouse. They were already so great. Let's break it down and why I like this team. So you can plug in a ton of different ones, but you do have some mandatory princesses within this team, and I'll tell you who. So obviously, Rapunzel is going to be mandatory. That lead, super important. Everything she brings to the team, really clutch. And altogether, you're going to have her to lead the pack. Merida and her damage is not absolutely 100% important, but the damage she does is hard to replace with the princesses. So her and Mulan, I'm going to put in the same category. Mulan is an interesting character because Mulan, a lot of her kit, like this move in particular, very outdated. This one has a silence, which is nice, but her damage is really well. It's kept up well throughout the meta, but on top of that, it's all about her basic attack, guys. She can reduce 30% turn meter every basic, and so that is just too vital to replace. She is a non-negotiable for me in my princess teams, and definitely one that I think you can't replace what she does for the entire team. And then Tiana, obviously brand new, amazing, hard to replace. So that leaves you with this last kind of spot here. Belle is my preferred choice. You're going to need her to get beast anyway, and people are finally starting to understand why Belle is so crazy to begin with. I mean, first, she's got the assist calling, she's got intimidate and shaken on 3 opponents, healing, reflection, and turn meter gain, and then a decent lead. Altogether, though, Belle is awesome. If you have Belle, put her with Merida, you're looking at a great team. If you don't want Merida in there or you don't have her, let's look at some other options. All right, so to quickly go through them, let me just give you kind of an idea of what each princess is going to do. Now, Mulan, we talked about it, turn meter reduction and assist queen right here. She is a princess, but she's the queen of assist. Absolutely great what she does. Leave her alive too long and she kills the whole team with a good AoE. Love Mulan. Merida is all about the damage, non-stop raining arrows, powerful basic that can just nuke down the enemy. And honestly, if Tiana is going to call Merida to assist, you're just getting so much arrows rained down on them. Tiana, that support, that extra kind of tank, that auto tank out there to absorb the damage, the healing, and just the best support for the team. You've got Rapunzel, like I talked about, lead, the stuns, and she's got the restoration incantation to revive and bring everybody back. Truly the backbone of the princess faction. Belle is there for the reflex and the assist calling. Moana, interesting choice. Definitely can throw her in there. In Club Conquest, she has better teams, but definitely packs a big punch. Not as big as an impact as Merida, but she does obviously have great single target damage. Can't get enough about her. Polka's in a weird spot, and I'll tell you why. Polka feels weird to play at the moment, only because Tiana outshines everything that Pocahontas is going to do. Literally everything that Polka can do, Tiana can do much better. And so I feel kind of weird with Polka. I kind of leave her out, and that's because when you get somebody so low of health, she's going to call somebody on the team to assist with her passive, like we talked about. And calling Polka compared to any of these 3 or any of the other ones feels a bit weird. And so I'm not saying she's not great. Polka, actually, let me make sure I break this down. Polka is still a very, very strong character and one of the best supports. One of the best leaderships, great within the raid. Now, on the flip side, Pocahontas can't replace Tiana because of what Gumbo Pot does and all of her other passives and abilities. But if you do have Tiana, most likely you don't want to run Pocahontas. That being said, she does do some great things with her passive and makes Merida better, but you don't want to really stick with that. There's better options. You've got Ariel, who I don't know why I have an offense stone on her. I think I had her in there for assist calling, but Ariel is lackluster. She has some heals, but Tiana does it better. It's a decent purging mechanic. Just synergy was slow, but it's just not going to work compared to the other princesses. The only other option is our Lady Jasmine. Now, Jasmine, her kit sucks. Her kit is very outdated, synergizes with Aladdin characters. Not great. Raja, on the other hand, can provide some support. What I like about Jasmine the most is her assist calling with Raja that can also trigger Mulan. And so you've got this nice little assist train that just keeps forming with all of them. So that's going to be all the princesses. And that is why I stick to mainly this team, as I feel like currently it's the absolute strongest. Although Moana could also replace Belle. Just going pure out damage is never a bad idea. And anyone that Tiana is going to call is going to get the job done. So really solid. Love all those damage options. You can't go wrong with most of them. There's just a few staples you have to have. Again, I've got a full, more detailed video talking about specifics on all these princesses up in the top right-hand corner. But let's jump into a battle and I'm going to show you how they work all together and why it synergizes so well. And we'll talk about the other Tiana plug-and-play teams after that. Alrighty, guys, so here we are going into a battle against a team well above our own power. They've got Ralph, they've got Hercules, they have Ursula. But they're not going to win, and let me tell you why. First, we've got pure speed, and we've got that auto taunt, like I mentioned before. and we've got the artillery to make it happen. Now, first move, we want to go ahead. We can put either or. We can put the silence there, or we can put the shaken and the intimidate on Hercules. Both great options. I tend to lean towards Ursula to kind of cut out that silence first out and just make sure there's not much she can do. Now, we've got Rapunzel with her big turn meter reduction. We're going to go ahead and do that on Ralph, keep him at bay, and get the stun out there. Now we have a different few things we can do. If there's a taunt, you want to do the basic, or you go ahead and let's get harmful immunity on everybody on the field and really give us loads of protection so that we can take really anything that they plan on doing. We want to be careful and not trigger Ralph, so we're going to go ahead and go after the Hades here. And at this point, you can see the assist calling. You can see how the princesses just get out of control quickly. There again, Tiana calling Merida to assist with the execution, piling on more and more arrows. We've got Ursula cleansed up. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get the silence on Hercules. And at this point, we control everything. We've got a pre-taunt. They've got to go after the gumbo pots. We've got healthy characters. They're on auto at this point because the match is over. If that wasn't enough, we can go ahead and do Restoration Incantation, bring everybody back pretty much to full health. And now we just kind of toy with the team. I mean, at this point, there's not a lot they can do. We can go ahead and pick on both Hercules and Pain and Panic here to make sure that they can't do anything crazy. And we're going to wait. We're going to wait. And again, now this guy's on auto, so not the best example. But even if he wasn't, he's done. There's nothing he can do outside of maybe a couple cheeky Ralph moves. Like, Ralph's going to get a turn here, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. We're going to purge the attack up with what you guys are seeing with the basic there. There's the cheeky, like, okay, he kind of shut us down a little bit. Not really. We've got the Cauldron. We've got Mulan's move ready to go. And that's going to be it. There's not a lot that they can do because the Princess faction, they're strong, they're fast. I don't know what else you need on a team. This is truly one of my favorite PvP teams, and I've said it before, but the best part is there's more princesses coming out. There's Snow White. There is obviously more coming out, and so I'm just excited to see the potential of the Princess faction. Very safe team to bet on, very powerful, and at the end of the day, you're using the princesses. You gotta love it. Awesome stuff here. We just wiped through this team pretty quickly, and that is kind of how they work as a whole. Now, again, he was on auto. We could have done the same. Now, see, I was being honest. They're a ton of fun to watch. If you can't get enough of the Princess faction just like dominating in PvP, again, feel free to join me on stream or go and subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to probably post a full like 5 to 6 princess battles that you guys can watch, and I'll kind of narrate them so you guys can see my play-by-play action with it. Now, we're going to talk about the plug-and-play teams. That was the full princess team. Let's talk about why Tiana is awesome as a plug-and-play choice. Now, first and foremost, quickly, not a lot of people have them, but we can talk about the adventurer faction. Moana, being both princess and adventurer, is what makes her absolutely crazy. And for an awesome plug-and-play team outside of legendaries, you can go ahead, put something together like this, where you have Raya calling Moana to assist, Frank the Tank doing the insanity, you have Lily with the amazing support and cleansing that she has, and then Tiana with everything she brings. You're going to have the gumbo pot out there for the tanking. You're also going to have the mass cleansing, which the adventurers desperately need. And to top it all off, every time someone gets below 30% health, Moana, the big slapper with crit chance just added on top, is going to finish the job. This is one of my favorite teams currently. Outside of Raya, I do put in maybe Ralph in there. It's almost impossible to defeat. It's a very tough team to fight. This is the adventurer side of things. If you don't have this team, we do have another plug-and-play team with Tiana again. We're going to go ahead. Let's plop in Tiana there, and we'll go to our princess faction. Like I talked about, you kind of look at the princesses, see what factions that you have. This one's going to be all about the kingdom faction. Now, kingdom, a lot of people fit this role, but you want to make up the lost speed with the kingdom faction. So we're going to go, let's go to the kingdom faction. I said kingdom faction 10 times. Let's get Shan Yu in there. And for these other two spots, obviously Beast, great tank. Naturally, you're going to want to go and put Belle in the last spot. However, you want to go with a big time finish maker. Kingdom is full of it. You can have Namari, for the double executions with both Namari with her passive, but then on top of that, you also have Tiana with her passive really broken. Or you can go with a strong character like Esmeralda, or you can just keep going. I'll be honest, the Kingdom faction has a lot of different characters that are going to fit the job and fit the bill for this current team. And Tiana, again, is like that puzzle piece that puts everything together. But again, the main thing about this is Tiana, if you only have one princess, she prefers princesses, all of it, right? Gumbo Pot and the whole thing. Gumbo Pot is going to keep healing Mulan. It's going to keep healing Rapunzel, Moana, whatever that one princess is, two princesses might be. But then on top of that, when someone gets low health, it's always going to be the same choice, taking the RNG out of it. And the princess faction, Polka, Jasmine, they don't hit hard. Put Mulan, put Moana. These have been my favorite teams. And guys, I definitely expect to see this around the meta and a ton. Alrighty, y'all. So the video went a little bit long today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing some of these different teams. Comment down below if you would like to see me do another video on this. Be sure to let me know, because if you want to, I will put full battles broken down if you're unable to make my Twitch streams. Guys, thank you so much for coming. If you haven't already, subscribe to the club, and until next time, stay cozy.